And these have been up for a month, and they're holding up pretty strong. Now, here's one of my props coming up here. Electric chair guy. Pretty cheap to do. 2x4 wood. Jigsaw, which I got at a consignment shop for $5, but brand new at Walmart at $20. And then some yard sale clothes, PVC pipe, and a hinge. A two-way hinge. Let me turn this off. Okay, first of all, you're going to need a motion sensor. A good cheap motion sensor is you can buy anywhere. Walmart, your hardware stores. It's like the ones you see on your garage. Got your motion sensor, 2 lights. Goes for about $10-11. You go buy extension cord, cut it in half. Get this hardware store, 80 cents. Okay. Basically, all the whites go together. The greens you don't have to worry about. Okay, that's going to leave you with 2 blacks. The black coming from your house is going to connect with the black going to the middle motion sensor. These wires here go on these 2 lights you don't have to worry about. You're not going to turn the lights on unless you wanted to. So your black, the middle one's your motion sensor, and that's what you really want. Black from here is going to go to the black going to your power, to the house. Now, going to the power unit there, you're going to plug up stuff, that's going to hook up to the red. So your black from there will hook up to your red from your power, or from your motion sensor, I'm sorry. And then you can get a bag of wing nuts here. Actually, this, when you buy this, it does come with a couple. Bag's relatively cheap. Just strip them back, twist it together. Then I left this open. What I'm going to do is I'm going to seal it up so it'll be able to survive the rain. Now, when you seal it up, you're going to seal the sides and any little holes you have here, like these little knockouts. You can see through it. You're going to seal all that too. Now, this is a PVC frame with foam around it. I use 1/2 inch when I'm using PVC for the dummies. Got this at a hobby store, burlap, pretty cheap. This is just some twine, and this is a work lamp that I spray painted white. Got a strobe light up here, but it's covered because of the rain and all that. PVC pipe. One thing you're gonna want to get is chrome spray paint for stuff like this, and if you buy plastic axes or knives, when you hit them with the chrome spray paint, it's gonna make them shine. What's powering this? Right here, got your jigsaw. It's a small saw for circular cuts. I took the blade off and put a piece of aluminum in here, and then just put like a bolt there to hold it in to the frame. And this frame goes up. That's what supports the upper torso. There's a hinge down there, that 2-way hinge, so it can move back and forth. And those are relatively cheap. And I just made a wooden structure here to keep it in place. And let's see if I can get a picture of in the front here. I can get it. You can see I got, right there we go. On the side here are 2 just screws that holds that down for moving back and forth. And this is just screwed on here and goes back and forth a couple inches, but makes a nice loud sound and makes us move. And then of course you want to keep your clothing away from this. It's all stapled to the wood. Now, another good thing to do is get a set of drill bits that go like for metal drill bits that go up to a 1/2 inch. They come in sets like $15-20. They'll drill through metal and wood. So at night when this goes off, strobe light will go off, but right here I'm going with some pretty colored strobe lights to catch the kid's eyes so they're not even looking over here at him. So when they're walking over in the haunted house, they're going to get shocked. Now this haunted house is made of 2x2s like you saw holding the corn, and 1x2s. The 2x2s are the front and the back walls there. This wall here is 1x2. And as you see, it's pretty sturdy. I'm wiggling it. Now this black material you can get at Walmart. It's the cheapest place to get it. It's 10 foot by 25 foot, and it's $8. And it's pretty thick, and it makes it pretty dark inside. Now these structures I made are 8 foot by 8 foot, which is the length of the boards. The only thing is I didn't make 8 foot tall, I made 7 foot. Because it's easier to get out of my garage, and it's going to be a stronger structure. Now I got the roof. Here's the thing. You don't want to permatize the roof, because if it rains, the rain has nowhere to go. So basically I made like a convertible top from now until Halloween, which I'll staple it down. What's great about these internal walls here, see here, they're 1x2s. And next year, you know what? I can change it around, make a different walkway or what have you, a different room. Now here's a 1x2 here. It's spray painted black. I'm sorry, but that's how big it is. And this setup can be taken down every year and stored. And storage, you're looking, of course, it's 8 foot long, 7 foot high, and all the walls here are probably about 3 foot in depth. Now this is going to be closed off, but I have it open because it's the main entranceway to the house, and that's going to be closed off. Black light here. Same foam material, tombstones. Really good against the weather. Easy to paint. See, you can have different colors. My butcher shop. It's that same foam material. And here is the butcher. Okay, there's going to be a strobe light there, 1000-watt fog machine in here. PVC pipe frame. It's hard to see it. It's pretty much H shape. It's like H. You have, you know, one pipe there, cross. Arms I have. This material I will show you down the road. You get at your hardware store. So I've used hanger wire, which is hard to bend. This stuff is quite easy to bend. Now here's some props I do buy. Okay, if you're gonna buy stuff, if you're patient enough, you go the day after Halloween. This stuff is half off, if not 70% off. Okay, here's a prop I bought on like $5 day after. This is one I made a couple weeks ago, real cheap, out of Gap foam. Gap foam you get anywhere. It's $2 or $3 for a can, and you can make a lot out of it. It's just that metal material I told you about. You get at a hardware store, $6 for like 50 feet. And watch this. Bends real easy. Made a little ring, put a plastic glove around it, filled it up, and then I can go down the road and paint it, you know, skin tone color. And I even made this out of the foam. It takes a while. The foam takes a good day to dry. But as you see, it's the upper torso, kidneys, heart. Heart's made out of a glove that I just tied the fingers out of. Okay. What I did is I basically got a small little container lid and just filled it with foam, and one side's really rough, but the other side's really smooth. And then it's 2 of those, and then just stuff I found to make round and lungs. With the ribs, I put a plastic trash bag. Now when you do the lid or anything, you don't put plastic over it so it doesn't stick. These I put a trash bag over a bucket and just went down just little rows to make the ribs. And here's the little gangway, which isn't going to have a roof because I have my kicking hangman. Same setup as the flying crank ghost. Not supporting too much weight. What powers this guy is actually, let me take his shirt off real quick. It's actually a motor out of a paper, no, actually not a paper shredder, a neck massager. I got for $8 at a consignment store. and just rigged it up to have him kick. Okay, there it is in there. Pretty typical H-frame. Thing is, your main frame, and you can find on YouTube other people doing this. They mainly use wiper motors, which you can get for about 15 bucks, if not cheaper. But the wiper motor, you got to convert to house power, AC, because they come DC, battery power. Basically, the main frame here, 3/4, and then down here you're gonna have 1/2 inch, which is smaller, which is this is gonna be a 1/2 inch T, and then you have a 1/2 inch, and you're gonna have a 90 there. That's gonna be the legs. So when this moves, it can move freely in there. And here's a piece of aluminum you can get hardware store, $6. And what I use to cut it is I have some big bolt cutters, or you can use an angle grinder. And then, of course, like a pivot pin out of this material here, which I told you, this is great to make any dummies. It's bendable. Not like your wire hangers for your clothes, which you couldn't do this. I mean, you could, but you're going to need a needle nose. Basically, what I did here is I got some 2-part compound and filled it in around a 1/2 inch PVC pipe. So when that moves, this moves up, moves down, and if you can see, up and down, makes them kick. Not too bad. Now he's not going to be on a motion sensor. I'm going to have a remote trigger. You can buy wireless remotes to turn outlets on and off. So that's what he's going to be on. And this is my last structure here. Oh, don't forget to look at the sign. I don't have this guy on the device. I mean on a motion sensor, but he is going to be right there. So when they come around that corner, there's going to be a strobe in this corner and a fog machine to catch your eye. Almost same setup here. Let me get some more light in.